Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast.
I probably was working 7-8 months of doing free event videos, probably at least once a month, if not more, of doing free event videos before I put a price on it.
100%.
And it's not that, it's more necessarily like finding the right client before you realize that you can get paid for this, because so many people will try and take advantage of you for doing that free video. You've got to find that right client that goes, okay, well, I know you obviously put in a lot of work for this, so I am going to pay you. And then that's your moment where you go, holy shit, like I really can get paid for this. Like it's kind of that moment, in my opinion anyway. I think it's finding the right client that's willing to give you that money, and matching that with your skill. So obviously, if that client goes, okay, well, I'm not, I know you put a lot into work with this, I'm going to pay you £200, for example, for this video, then you know, okay, well, if he's wanting to pay £200, surely everyone else is willing to pay £200. Like £200 are a right amount, right?
That's right now,
Yeah, and then you start with that rate, and then when you realise, oh, I'm getting quite busy, I'm getting quite a lot of bookings, then you put your rate up. You don't, in my opinion, you don't put your rate up depending on, like, let's say if you was there for like an hour, 2 hours longer, maybe I should put my rate up a bit more. You put your rate up when you're getting busy.
Totally.
When you're realising, okay, I'm getting too busy to do this work, I should put my rate up, and then you go from there. If you start with a high rate, you're never going to get booked for those. But then there's also a line as well. Like I've seen a load of people say, they like wedding. For example, there's a wedding videographer that I know that charges £200 for a 10-minute highlight video, and he's there for like 8-9 hours. Whew. And I know that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
like that's stupid.
It should be 10 times that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'd rather get, I don't know, 3 bookings with at my rate than he probably gets. Let's be honest, at £200 he's probably getting a load of bookings. But when you're getting a load of bookings, you should go, now I'm being taken advantage of a bit, let's up my price a little bit, and go from there.
100%. And also creating perceived value as well. I think a tactic that I got, it was the same thing, especially with the filming live events kind of sector, you know, until you get to an actual successful event promotion, group, like there's not a whole lot of money for them. A lot of the time they're breaking even every event and they don't have much money to throw you or whatever. But what I started doing after I'd shot maybe like 5+ events for free live events, right, at small venues, is I started messaging people through Facebook and just wording my message as if I had like fees already. So I would say, hey, what's going on? I saw your event coming up. I'd love to offer you guys an introductory price of £50 for the video, and then I'd say my normal price is $100, but for my first time customers, I like to offer them half off to sweeten the deal. And you know, I'd never been paid any money to shoot a video so far, and that kind of got people to bite in the first place. And also it set it up like, hey, I gave you this price, but in the future, you know what my real price is? My real price is £100 a pop. I'm just giving you an introductory price today. And that's actually how I got probably my first like 5+ paying event clients around here, is just by kind of, you know, wording my message a little bit manipulative, to be honest, you know what I mean? Just by kind of tricking them.
Well, you've got it, really. Like, I know so many wedding like videographers that they put a deal, they go, like, let's say, for example, in my opinion, biggest mistake you'll ever make is putting your prices out there. Like in the public eye. Prices change. Your prices should change per client, per project. If, for example, I don't want to name drop them again, but let's say MasterCard won an event recap, and then some geezer who's running an event locally, I'm not going to charge them the same.
No, fuck no.
Like, even though it's the same work, and it's probably the same amount of hours,
of course,
like, I'm not going to charge them the same. It's obviously not. So the in my opinion, the biggest mistake you'll ever make is putting your prices out there online, because then you're stuck to those prices.
Oh, of course. If you have on your website, I charge X amount per hour, that's not thinking clearly, obviously, because there's even clients who will lower the price. You know what I mean? Hey, if it's a local friend or something, they're having their own event or something, and I've done this, all right, cool. You're my friend. I'm lowering my prices for you because it's, you're kind of, you're not going to overextend yourself, and I don't even feel good charging you that. So of course, my prices jump up and jump down. That's the beauty of this industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
The client comes in loads of different shapes and sizes. It's never the same person in front of you, so it's never like a one size fits all. It could be similar for sure, but usually it's always changing around, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, so the guy was, so one of the guys that I know, he was doing like, I'll do 20% off my wedding videography packages for the next month if you book them within the next month. But what he didn't tell anyone is that he was just upping his prices by 20%. So he was actually getting the same amount than what he'd normally get.
Yeah.
But he was just upping his original price by 20% and telling them, with the 20% off, you get it to this price, and that's just the normal price.
That's wonderful.
Like
I love that.
It's bad if people were to find out, but it's clever as hell.
Very clever for sure. And at the end of the day, from a business perspective, you got to admire it. If you're a client, you're probably going to get a little annoyed listening to this, but from a business perspective and from a freelancer perspective, that's hilarious, honestly.